Hey guys, today I bring you not one, but two cars. That's right. Over here on my right is my personal 2016 Jeep Cherokee Altitude, and to my left is a 2018 Jeep Cherokee Limited. And this video is going to go over the similarities and differences between the two cars. I'm going to start them up, show the engines on both, and show all the features of the interiors and exterior. We got the 2016 2 years ago. It was a lease after my 2012 Kia Optima, and I wanted an SUV. I wanted something really nice, something big, something that can handle bad weather better than my Optima could. We got the 2018 back in April, and we're very pleased with the performance of both cars. They've both been great in bad weather. They both have a great amount of storage space, and they're both all around fun cars to drive. The Altitude package is based off of the Latitude, and it just gives you these 18-inch glossy black rims, glossy black badging, glossy black roof rails, all throughout the car. You also get glossy black trim down here, as well as by the exhaust. And the Limited, being more of the higher end model, gives you chrome trim everywhere. And these 19-inch chrome rims. You have the same key designs for both the Altitude and the Limited. Top button unlocks the car. Over to the right is to lock. Make sure the car is unlocked, and this button right here is to open the trunk. Just press it twice. Press it twice again to close. And on the bottom right is your remote start. Just tap it twice. Car will fire right up. The Limited has the same exact functions. The color of both these cars is known as billet silver metallic. And the Altitude features a cloth interior. And the Limited features a full-on black leather interior. Both cars feature a smart key access system. Simply put your hand behind the door handle to unlock, and press this button right here to lock. To start, put your foot on the brake and hit the start-stop button. Very nice. Three-spoke leather-wrapped steering wheel. The control for your tilt telescoping steering wheel can be found right here. Just move it down to unlock it and lift it back up to lock. If you notice on the bottom of the steering wheel, there is a "Since 1941" embossed into it to commemorate Jeep's heritage. Also, on both the Altitude and the Limited, you can spot a little Willys Jeep ingrained in the windshield. This is also a nod to Jeep's heritage and the first car they've ever made. On the Limited, you can find it on the left side of the windshield, and on the Altitude, you can find it at the bottom of the windshield. You can also view your vehicle info right here. And you can switch between the coolant temperature, transmission temperature, oil temperature, your oil life, as well as your battery voltage and your tire pressure. You can view your fuel economy and how much you're averaging. You can view your trip information, your auto stop start, which can be featured right here. Turn this on to deactivate it. This will stop the car if you pull up to a red light or you're in traffic. And your traction control off button can be found right here. You can also look at your various audio sources or what you're listening to. And messages. And you can also set up your screen right here. Cruise control can be found right here. To activate it, press this button in the center. And to deactivate it, press it again. You can also raise and lower the speed using the set buttons, and also reset it with the RES button and also cancel. There are more steering wheel controls found on both the back of the left side and right side of the steering wheel, but it was very hard to film it, so I had to take a picture of it. For the right side of the steering wheel, the top button and the bottom button are used to raise and lower the volume of your audio that you're listening to. The button in the center changes your different modes of audio sources. This allows you to switch between SiriusXM, your Bluetooth audio source, AM, as well as FM. Moving on to the left side of the steering wheel, the top and bottom buttons are used to tune your radio under AM, FM, and is used to flip between stations on SiriusXM. The button in the center is used to flip between your presets on AM, FM, and SiriusXM. You have your lighting controls right here, as well as wiper controls. Your headlight switches are here, as well as your gauge switches and trunk release. Both the Limited and the Altitude feature a fully powered trunk. Your gas tank release can be found right here. Hood release can be found right here. Here we have the engine powering the Cherokee. This is a 3.2 liter Pentastar V6 with variable valve timing. The Altitude, being an older car, has 30,288 miles on it. The Limited, being newer, only has 6,597 miles on it. The Limited has a full LED display, while the Altitude only has a shorter LCD display. And we're gonna do a walk around with the car. Cut the headlights, fog lights, as well as the hazards. The Limited also gives you integrated turn signals within the mirrors. The Altitude does not. Fog lights can also be found on both the Altitude and the Limited. Your headlights can be found right here. The Altitude has standard halogen headlights, and the Limited has LED. Both cars are equipped with a 9-speed automatic transmission with sport mode, as well as an electronic parking brake. Also, your Limited also gives you the option to turn off parking sensors. As you can hear, the Limited also has parking sensors when the car is in reverse. You also have an extra storage compartment right up here. Right here are your cup holders and another little storage area. And you have a seat pocket right here. Over here you have SD, USB, and auxiliary input, as well as a 12-volt power outlet. Here you have your center console. You have your top portion, perfect for holding change. Then open it up all the way to reveal the center console. You have another 12-volt power outlet right here, as well as another USB import. You have the same driver power seating controls for both the Altitude and the Limited. You can adjust your position, adjust your back, as well as adjust your lumbar. The passenger has the option to move their seat up like this. And also, this front seat can come down using this lever. This will increase storage space by only a little bit. You can also move your seat up and down using this lever. And you also get another little compartment under the passenger seat cushion. The Limited, however, does not give you the extra storage space under the seat cushion. To your left are your mirror controls. Press the L button to adjust the left mirror. You can move it left, right, up and down. Press R to do the same thing for the right mirror. You have fully automatic powered windows for both the driver and passenger. But non-powered for the back seats. You also have your child lock right here, as well as lock and unlocking. Over here you have cup holder space. Same with your driver's side. And a little storage space right here. Glove compartment can be found here. Gives you a decent amount of space. Can also be locked and unlocked using the key. Up here you do have a garage home link feature. You can pair it up to 3 different garage doors. And you have your visor right here with integrated light, as well as for the passenger. You get the same garage door functionalities in the Limited. Up here you can also find your mic for your Bluetooth hands-free calling. You have your assist and 911 functionalities right here under your auto dimming rear view mirror. You have your map lights and sunglass container. And you can also access your panoramic sunroof by using this button. Press it once for the shade to go back. Press it again for it to go all the way. And on the left you can open the sunroof by pressing this button. Press it once more for it to go all the way back. Gives you a lot of light inside the cabin. To close it, press the button in the back. And you can also tilt it like so. And to shut it, you have your menu buttons right here that can control the menu found on your dash. You can look at your vehicle information, fuel economy, trip information, stop start, audio, any stored messages. You can enter your screen setup, and you can go back to your speedometer. Down here are your hands-free phone capabilities, as well as voice commands. Tune to Sirius channel 44.
Tuning to satellite channel 44.
I just wanna say it's going down every weekend. Yeah. Malibu top on everything for the weekend. So jump in the pool for the weekend.
You also have a 6-speaker Alpine audio system found throughout the car. You have a select terrain all-wheel drive system. You can set it to different modes such as auto, snow, and in the Limited it will play these various animations to show you which mode you're setting it to. Sport, which will give the car a sportier feel, and sand or mud, which will, be good for sand and mud for off-roading. You can also get the same animations on the Altitude. There's snow, sport, and sand or mud, and auto. Over here, your climate controls, your fan speed. This can also be accessed using the touch screen. You have front and rear defrost right here. The Limited comes with heated side mirrors as part of the cold weather group, as well as integrated lane departure warnings. Cold weather package also gives you a heated windshield. Both cars, as you can see, has the same 8.4-inch Uconnect screen with the same functionalities. Also, you can, if you hear a song you like on SiriusXM, you can favorite it and add a favorite artist or favorite song. You have the same controls here as for the Limited. And you also have a dedicated traffic and weather button, which takes you to the nearest SiriusXM channel that can give traffic. You also have the option to replay certain parts of a broadcast. You can rewind it, or you can fast forward, and you can just go back to live. Also, if you have an iPhone, you can access Siri Eyes Free by pressing the Siri button on your phone. What is today's date?
It's Monday, October 8th, 2018.
Here are your settings for your display. You can adjust different things such as your language, your keyboard. You can also pick a different theme. You can select from a list of different themes. Themes 2 and 3 give you kind of more of a rocky desert feel. For voice, you can show your voice response length. You can have it brief or detailed. And you can show your command list, always, with help, or never. You can adjust your clock settings here, as well as up here. You have safety and driving assistance features here. You have brake settings here. You can access your auto park brake or service mode. You have your light functions right here. Adjust your doors and locks here. You have your engine off options right here. If the car is off, you can adjust how many seconds it takes before the car actually shuts off, including the power. And the headlight off too. Audio settings right here. Phone and Bluetooth settings. You can look at your paired phones and you can pair multiple audio sources as well. SiriusXM setup right here. You can look at your channel skip or subscription information. Or you can restore your settings to the factory default. You can also clear your personal data. And you can look at your system software information as well. Your presets can be found up here. You have 12 presets for both FM, AM, and Sirius. You can access your media right here. That pairs you with your phone so you can play music. You also have Bluetooth and SD card options, as well as info and Bluetooth setup. You have mirror dimming for both the driver and the passenger. Same exact settings menu as the Limited, but this one is navigation capable, meaning you can get navigation in it, but it would cost an extra $600. As well as heat for your lower body. You have your different modes right here. You also have heated seats. 2-stage heated seats for both the driver and passenger, as well as a heated steering wheel. This comes with the cold weather package. You can also dim your mirror and adjust any settings. You can show your display, set your language, keyboard, what units you want, if you want touchscreen to beep, control screen timeout, and nav turn nav next turn pops up in cluster. If you have the navigation going, you can see it right here, and it can show you any turn you need to make. Also, hitting browse will allow you to go switch through different channels on SiriusXM. You can browse by channels or by genre. You can look at your presets that you have saved right here and add or delete any. You can look at your favorites. You can also favorite certain songs and favorite certain artists, and if they are playing on SiriusXM at the moment, it'll let you know right up there. And you can also adjust any alert settings, such as a visual alert or an audible and visual alert. It'll give you like a little beep if there's a song on that you've favorited. Go under Game Zone, and this is your sports hub. You can select different teams and it'll tell you if they are on air or not. You can also add your favorite teams. And again, you can also adjust your alert settings. You can get alerts when games start, and you can also get alerts when a score has been made or there's a score update. Down here you also have traffic and weather. You can select your favorite traffic and weather channels found on SiriusXM. And you can also discover featured favorites, which will give you different kinds of music and suggest SiriusXM channels based on that. You have your app screen right here, which is all through the Uconnect store. Also, for some of these apps, you can access roadside assistance, Uconnect Care, or vehicle care. But to gain access to more of these apps, you need to download them from the Uconnect store and pay extra money for them. Within the app screen, you can look at your favorite apps, all apps, or running apps. And these apps include these 6, or 7 I should say, down here. You also have SiriusXM Travel Link, which can give you fuel prices around the area, movie listings, sports information, such as the NFL, weather for around your area, you can also adjust some favorites for sports team and weather. You can also look at your SiriusXM subscription. Look at your weather map. And you can also look at traffic around the area. You have your navigation screen right here. You can enter a destination and look at all the different places you can set a destination to. You can also view your map, and you can pinch to zoom out and then zoom over to other places. You can zoom in with these buttons, as well as zoom out, and it'll tell you where the cursor is at. You can look at information such as traffic, where you are, and a trip computer. And you can also search for the closest emergency service. You can also view your various map settings, stop your route guidance, look for any detours, and repeat the guidance. Here are your options for your map view. You can view a 3D map or a 2D map with north facing up. You can adjust your settings for the map. And show what it should show and what shouldn't show. You can have a speed limit warning, and you can announce when you're over the speed limit. For guidance, you can adjust the volume of the navigation voice, any lane recommendations, junction views, and any routes that should be avoided. And you can also change the settings for your GPS. You can turn the screen off right here. You could touch it to turn it back on. Your traction control button is right here, as well as your auto start stop. That comes on whenever you turn the car on, and it is used to save gas. You can turn it off here. And also your back button. You have your vent controls right here. And this car is paired with a phone. You can look at your phone book, look at your recent calls, dial a number, and adjust your settings. You can pair both phones and audio sources if you want to connect it to Bluetooth. You can also use Do Not Disturb to turn off messages. And you can also mute, transfer, and join calls if you're calling on your cellular device. Moving into the back seat, you have a good amount of legroom, as well as back seat pockets for the driver's side, as well as climate vents. Back here you can also find a power outlet that you can plug chargers in, or anything else that needs a plug like this one. Up here you have coat hooks. And over here is your armrest with integrated cup holder. You also have the option of getting all-weather floor mats, these being for the back seats. These are also your standard floor mats. To open the fully powered trunk, all you have to do is put your hand right here and press. This is your trunk. It has compartments right on the side. And under here you can find your spare tire. To fold the back seats down, tug on this loop right here, and the seat will fall. Same can be done for the other side. With the seats folded down, you get about 54.6 cubic feet of cargo space. And you can find more storage underneath this little cover. You can shut the trunk manually by using this, or you can press the button on the left and it will shut automatically. Down here you'll find two more buttons. The big button on the left opens the trunk. And the smaller button on the right locks the car. The Altitude also has power tailgate. Just press it and it will shut. And that concludes the tour of the 2016 Jeep Cherokee Altitude and the 2018 Jeep Cherokee Limited. Thank you for watching, and there will be more coming soon.